What is up? Check this out. Got water in the taillights. Now there's a couple of reasons why you might find water in your taillights. Your taillight might be cracked. Usually your taillights are made out of a couple different pieces and they're melted together. That seam that you have there could be cracked also and letting water in. You could have some bad gaskets back where the bulbs are. There's actually little rubber gaskets. You could have bad gaskets there. With this car here, there's actually a gasket in between the taillight and the body of this car, and when it goes bad, it allows water to drip back here, pretty much on the back of these bulbs. And if you look at the taillight, there's actually these vents back here, and you can see the light right there. The water ends up going right into there and getting into the taillight. There's another one right back here. It also kind of gets past that, and you end up with a bunch of water down here at the bottom of the trunk pan. Okay. And you can see where it's starting to rust and things like that in this car. So some new taillight gaskets is going to solve this issue. You're going to have to remove the taillight. To do that on this car, you have to take the bumper off. And the reason why you have to take the whole bumper off is there's actually a bracket that's connected to the bottom of this taillight that goes underneath the bumper right here, and it supports the bumper itself. So bumper off. Not all cars are like this. A lot of Kias, a lot of Hondas, the Acuras, the Hondas are like this. But usually there's a fastener right here in the corner, and then a few fasteners right here that hold the liner on. And pliers like this really help with these clips. They make it really easy to get them off. Okay, these guys here. Recommend some of these pliers. There's a link down in the description box for them if you want to check it out. Okay, there's always a light right here, so just be wary that there's going to be a wire. Alright, so this is that bracket I was talking about. If you look, it's bolted to the car here, and there's a Phillips screw that goes in the bottom of the taillight, So you'll never ever get this taillight off unless you go ahead and disconnect the bracket from the taillight, or the taillight bracket from the body of the car. And here's that gasket. What happens is, it's just made out of foam, and you can see on the top it's full of dirt. It just ends up cracking like this. This part right here is full of water. But I'm gonna go take the bulbs out, and I'll end up getting as much water as I can out of here and just using some compressed air and try to get it as dry as I can. Here are the new ones. You can get these on Amazon. I'll leave a link down below. But they actually make two different style gaskets. Okay, these right here are for 2002 all the way to 2004, and these are 2005 to 2006. Okay, so you got to make sure you order the right ones. I'll have some links down in the description box for both of them, because the taillights are different on the different years. But these are the ones we're using here. If we look, bam. Okay, old ones all flat, gross. New ones nice and thick. And all we got to do is just line up the studs that are coming out of the taillight there and go slap it back on the car, and bam. Alright, that should solve the water leak problem.